Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of One-on-One with Randy. As you know, if you've watched any of the other episodes of this series, we've been out and about around Columbus interviewing employers to help you break into the industry. Today we're doing something a little bit different though. We are doing our first ever episode with a student. So I want to introduce you to Tyler McCullough, and he's going to talk to us a little bit today about his experiences, both as an undergraduate and really as a graduate student as he is now, but then what he did as an undergraduate to help him prepare. So Tyler, if you could, first question, just introduce yourself and tell our audience just the nuts and bolts, I guess I'll say, about what you're doing. Yeah.
So as Randy said, my name is Tyler McCullough. I graduated in December 2013 with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology in the College of Arts and Sciences. Currently, I am a graduate student at The Ohio State University pursuing a Master's in Social Work, and this is my first semester of the two-year program currently.
So Tyler, one of the reasons that we really thought it'd be interesting to have you on this episode today is because of your, I won't say unique, but a common situation that you had. You worked a lot as an undergraduate, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
so could you tell our audience a little about how much you worked, where you worked, what you did?
Sure. So as an undergrad, I worked part-time at a Dairy Queen in my hometown. I worked there for 6 years, and so I had a lot to balance between work and school. Certainly the class load as a full-time undergraduate student was very demanding, but I also made time, roughly 25 to 35 hours a week working as a part-time graduate student in a part-time, or as a full-time graduate student in a part-time job. So it was important for me to understand how to balance what was necessary for the undergraduate program, make sure that everything was taken care of, whether it was classes, exams, meetings with professors. And it was one of the things that I really paid attention to and made sure that I kept a good balance of, so that I could succeed as an undergraduate as well as work in a part-time job.
Good. So given the fact that you did work so much, did you find it difficult to squeeze in any sort of, let's call them career development related activities like internships, going to some of our job panels, going to career fairs? Was that tough for you?
It was a little bit tough, yes. What I mainly focused on was attending what was absolutely necessary, that I took care of what needed to be done. A lot of the events that I attended were strictly based on my career path that I wanted in the future, and so I made sure to make a point to be there to ask questions, to gather information, as well as to meet the people who are in charge of these activities in order to learn from them and see, okay, what did they do? How did they do it? And how can I apply myself to have the same success as this individual? So it was a good opportunity for me to learn how to balance a heavy workload between the part-time job and the activities that were available, as well as being a commuter student.
Wow.
And so there was a lot of busy time that I had in my schedule on a weekly basis. And so making time for some of the more important events was important to me, to make sure that I was prepared for not only the undergraduate career, but the graduate career that I intended to go for this fall.
Tyler, thanks. That's really great information on balancing work with schoolwork and fitting in all those other things that you had to do also as a commuter student. What I'm really curious to know is, at what point in your undergraduate career did you really start to get serious about graduate school, maybe start to do some research on the types of programs that are out there that might interest you, and ultimately how did you end up where you are right now in graduate school?
So as an undergrad, my sophomore year was when I declared my major as psychology. From that point, I met an individual at Dairy Queen who I worked with. She had actually pursued the same path that I did with the undergraduate in psychology, as well as the graduate in social work. And so I really talked to her a lot. I got a lot of information from her in regards to what needs to be done, what I need to take care of, how I can succeed as a graduate student, and what I need to do as an undergrad in order to expand my knowledge come the graduate program. And so I looked at the psychology program as an opportunity to learn about the cognitive functioning, the human behavior, why we do the things we do. And so given my ability and my desire to reach out to people to make their lives better, I figured with the undergraduate degree in psychology, I would be able to further that in a helping profession in the College of Social Work and one day pursue a clinical position as a social worker.
So Tyler, we know there are a lot of students out there watching right now that are in a similar situation to yours, where they are working a lot of hours and trying to fit everything in. So as a last question, what piece of advice can you give to those students who just find it difficult to fit everything into 24 hours a day or 7 days a week?
So in regards to the events that are available for all of the undergrad students, the most important information I would give is to be involved with email. Email is a very easy way to contact other students, to contact professors, and if there comes a time where there's an event you would like to attend, but your work schedule, your class schedule isn't working out, so you have the extra time, email. The person who is involved with the program, who's involved with the event that's going on, they have email. You're reaching out to them, they're more than likely going to be happy to reach out and help you and answer the questions that you have, to give you the information that you need if you're unable to attend. And so by reaching out to them, they understand, hey, this student's interested, let's help them. We all know we're busy, we all have a full load on our plates.
Sure.
But what can we do to help this student who has a desire to succeed, who shows that they want to succeed, and wants to get this information they were unable to get. So I would definitely say email is a crucial aspect in undergraduate as well as graduate, but specifically in regards to the events and the activities that are available for these undergraduate College of Arts and Science students. Email and try to figure out what you can do to get involved as much as you can given your heavy workload. But to also work around it and see what you can attend that might be necessary or mandatory in order for you to succeed.
Excellent. Well, Tyler, we want to thank you again for joining us on this
Sure.
episode of One on One with
Thank you
Randy.
for having me.
I know your perspective is really unique and really interesting, and I know that a lot of students will benefit from it. So if you enjoyed this episode of One on One with Randy, be sure to check out our YouTube channel, Arts and Sciences Career Services, for other interviews and also a plethora of other videos from students and from employers. And also follow us on Twitter at ASC Career. We'll see you next time.